But y'all know we got to start, man. The story heard around the world. Gambling, some shit I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Got some gambling going on, man. Chauncey Billups caught up in it. Terry Rozier, allegedly. Terry Rozier and Damon Jones.
Say allegedly.
Allegedly. Well, they not allegedly charged. They asses is charged. That shit ain't alleged. Now, it's alleged that they did the crime.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's alleged. But we did see the indictments come down. I read them both fully. Some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying, going on. Just thoughts on it, bro, man. Like, what you feeling about it?
Man, this, number one, this is Trump's FBI. He's in charge of it. He has his lapdog running there who shouldn't be nowhere near an FBI director. What the hell is that all about? My thought process, especially now, and it should be this way in all cases that hit national news. Innocent until proven guilty. But that's not the way that the world works. Especially in the social media area. It's guilty until proven innocent. And that's bullshit. And it's especially bullshit when you've been charged by this administration. I call it the Gestapo. Because you got Letitia James, you got James Comey, you got who else? That Bolton cat. All of them been charged with bogus indictments. When previously the prosecutors wouldn't even bring the attorney generals that was in charges of the cases got fired because they wouldn't bring the case up because guess what? There was insufficient evidence. To me, outside looking in, they may have some, some culpability in some of these crimes, but I don't trust this administration as far as I can see them. And so I am going to have to see the details, the facts for me to even throw any castigate them at all. At all. Maybe they have gotten hooked into a situation from what I read with the Terry Rozier situation. The NBA they investigated and didn't have anything to stand on.
They don't have any kind of subpoena power or anything, though, so they can't look at people's text messages. They can't force them to come talk to them.
That's true.
So it's not much that they can do as far as investigating.
But again, these investigations, these just didn't start this year.
Right. But see, that's part of my thing with this.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Plus the NBA. The NBA's investigation is to they pretty much want to clear this thing because they don't
get it off the page. They don't want gambling over their head, right?
But the NBA has shown in the past with Michael Porter Jr.'s brother,
right?
They will get stuff out of here,
Murray or whatever.
But this whole thing, back to some of the stuff G was saying, I just look at the source. And I see this entire thing, or at least with the NBA players that are involved, they want a black eye on the NBA. Which who are the fans of the NBA? It's a democratic sport. If you want to make it political like that, it's a democratic sport. That's the way I look at it. But they need cover. The administration needs more cover. I think this is another situation where it's look over here and leave all these money trails and dirt trails I got going on. Leave that shit over here. That's just the way I see it. If you're talking about the mafia and the NBA,
where they at? Where they
thank you. If you talk about the mafia and the NBA, crime families, then why aren't they the lead story? The criminals, the career criminals.
I posed that question in the group the other day. Your boy Kelsey was like, because they don't have no names that you would know. That was his big thing, that you got to perp walk somebody.
We know mafia.
Right. Exactly. That's always a story. As soon as you put that on the page.
We know the mob. We know the
Lucchese, Genovese. Lucchese, Genovese.
The Bobano. Banano family.
We've all watched movies that tell us that the mob actually started gambling in Vegas.
Right.
They started the Vegas.
Bugsy Bugsy Siegel.
Bugsy Siegel.
I seen the story.
But some of the information that we're getting, with the
Lucky
with the Fred
Luciano.
with the Fred Sanford glasses and the high technology on the table, allowing stuff to be see through, all this type of stuff.
And see, that's where I kind of differ with y'all. I agree with the statements y'all make, but I guess my thing with the crimes, this started in 2019.
Right.
That's my only pushback on it. This shit kind of old. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't started by Trump's administration, these investigations. This shit started in 2019.
But that's what I was trying to get to. Okay, so they have been investigating these cats for at least 4 years because the last incident was in 2023.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't bring any charges.
Because
the investigation was there,
but
they didn't bring any charges.
But that don't make it any less illegal.
I ain't saying it's illegal. What I'm saying is that you can investigate, but if you don't have nothing to stand on, when we've seen the Trump administration bring illegitimate indictments.
I get that, but the shit
When
that's
they
in
didn't
there,
have
but the shit
indictments
that's
before,
in
that's why I
this,
mentioned the Letitia James and
I get it, but the
James
shit
Comey
about
and
your
all
boy allegedly, what's his name?
Billups or
Jones. It might have been Rozier. I forget. I read the indictment though.
Rozier.
His homeboy came to his house and they counting the money and shit. It's some evidence against them. You know what I'm saying about this shit. You know, they did it. Well, they allegedly did it, but the evidence looks like it's pretty cut and dry that they were cheating. They cheated some dude out of millions of dollars. And as a person who like to gamble every now and then,
well, I ain't seen no $1 billion figure.
It was in there. You got to read the indictment. It's in there.
It's
in there.
This is the way I look at it.
And I'm talking the poker games. They took the high end players that they took the money from was like $7 million or something.
It's different things that we're dealing with.
It's two different things.
Terry Rozier
telling people that he gone.
When they started,
that was one game.
That's
the one game they got evidence on.
When they started showing footage of Terry Rozier and showing footage of games that he may have purposely blown or whatnot, I believed it then just from watching the video. I was like, yeah, he did that. That's crazy. He trying to. If you're the millionaire, why the hell you want to help your homeboys make a
right?
That's ridiculous.
Right.
But choices are made. I believe that Terry Rozier is guilty of that. I just watching those different games.
It's my belief too.
I'm not saying they're innocent, and I'm not saying they're guilty, but I got to see the evidence before I start castigating.
When we get to the mafia part, to me it looks like. There was some illegal poker things going on, and they were pointed in the direction of these games, and they lost, probably could never win, or maybe just won once and wondering what's going on or whatever. And that person, whoever that is that lost the most money, or these group of people that lost all this money, they told, maybe the pressure's being put on Damon Jones or whatever. Now that part, I think him pointing them into the direction of this, but that doesn't mean that he knew about it, right? But they got to prove that. I doubt if they're gonna be able to prove. That's just my heart of hearts. That's just looking at it because of this administration and this goof troop shit they'll try to do. And if they've been investigating since 2019, all of a sudden, I think, oh my God, some NBA players' names popped up. Bam, let's do this or whatever. The Chauncey Billups part, I just can't even.
So you're doing it based
I think Chauncey
on reputation is what you're doing.
Not just reputation. I'm just trying to link everything together in what they've given. Damon Jones feels kind of greasy to me.
Because he attached to LeBron.
No.
That's the only case they got on him. Aside a couple, but some of it was the Lakers game when LeBron was out against the Bucks, and then they said it was another game, and I think it was AD that was out in. Him telling them, dude, how was that going to put him behind bars when all he's doing is giving information, trying to link it to LeBron or whatever, just because it was those guys? To me that's ridiculous. He can tell anybody. You know what I'm saying? He can tell it. I don't think he's playing or whatever. He can get out of it. I think he can get out of it, but I think he had good intention.
Yeah, and see, my thing with some of it, like with Damon Jones, they got the text. The texts are in the indictment on what he said. You know what I'm saying? That's evidence. I mean, that's a lot of evidence. Like one of them was like, get a big bet on Milwaukee tonight before the information is out. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but Damon Jones is that, and that's another thing. Damon Jones is not in the NBA. He's not like with the team or anything like that.
But he was associated with the team during some of this time, though, that this stuff was going on.
He wasn't.
What?
No, he
What
was.
He was an unofficial assistant for the Lakers.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
you know what I'm
unofficial.
saying? Right.
You can't really tie him to that. He was
And
on
like
the
Chauncey
official-
is actually in. Well, let me put it this way: they've got it listed as like defendant 8 or something in the indictment, but they said he's a coach. He's a coach in Portland and lives in Oregon or something. You know what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Right. So they got all that in there, and it said basically he told someone, is what they're alleging, that basically his whole team wasn't going to be playing like one of them late season games.
But that whole thing just
because they was tanking or whatever.
That whole thing just sounds like a conversation he was having,
and that's what that's why I think they didn't charge him on that one, because that's all he has to say.
Right.
I just told a friend that, hey, we lose and we trying to get a better draft pick.
But Chauncey Billups is a head coach, bigger than the other two. He was a better player. His legacy and all of that is bigger than the other two. You don't just want to have, And
let me ask this kind of a moral question. Let me ask y'all this: how big a deal is the gambling one to you? That people gambling just at poker tables got cheated. Scale of 1 to 10.
I mean, it's shady.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, it's shady, but
and that's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Because when I first saw it, I was just like,
it's shady.
But as a person who gambles, sometimes if I was one of the people at the table losing, $150,000 because you got contacts on. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
it's shady.
What you gonna do is it's an illegal ring. It's illegal from the gate. So what you gonna do with
you
your
in an illegal situation?
$150,000. You yourself is
you
gonna
can't go to the
I
police.
ain't going over there playing.
Right.
I just want to play over.
Right.
Go to the police.
Right.
It's like if you get robbed selling dope.
And you
what you gonna do?
And you tell everybody else not to go over there and gamble. That's what you would do. You would just
the crazy part is I saw an interview. Well, actually, your boy was talking about it today on what's the name? First Things First. Mm-hmm. And he a gambler, Nick Wright. He was like, years ago, he was like, his homeboy on a podcast said everybody in LA knew about the dirty Chauncey game. That some people didn't believe it, some people did, but a lot of people wouldn't go to the game in LA or Vegas because of the dirty Chauncey. They said the Chauncey game was dirty. And this was like in 2023. So it's like, I think they're guilty. Now, how much time, and I can't get into all that, but I guess for me, I don't understand why. Again, when you made all of them, I looked at their career earnings. Chauncey made $107 million, and now you're making $5 million plus as a coach. Is the pressure from your homies, you know what I'm saying, still like that?
Some of the
that's the part I don't get.
Things that I've heard was he was he had to because of the ties with the mob.
And see, that's my question too. Was there any coercion involved?
Who had to?
Chauncey.
Because it don't make sense when you made that much money.
He was just part of the. He was the
face card is what they called him. You know what I'm saying?
He was bringing the people in,
right? Because the big timers want to gamble with famous people, right? You know what I'm saying?
I think
he brought the way.
I don't believe basically. Chauncey. I don't believe Chauncey knew about the cheat.
I'm gonna say this.
Now that's a stretch.
I'm gonna say this.
That's a stretch.
I'm gonna say I don't believe.
We gotta move, but that's a stretch, dog.
I like that Dave Chappelle, that Dave Chappelle skit. It's an unreasonable doubt for me. You got to prove.
Let me say
beyond an unreasonable.
Right. That shit.
NBA. You lay down with dogs.
You get
you come up,
and not just them. All the leagues are in bed with DraftKings and everybody. They all in bed with them.
This ain't just an NBA issue.
Now the prop bet thing, get rid of the prop bets. At least the unders. I like that idea.
There was a reason why sports betting was
All these years,
just
taboo.
not allowed.
It was
and
taboo.
you didn't go to it for all these years. There was a reason.
That cat's
for it.
out the bag on that though. That ain't going back.
Now, when you
Yeah, the
when
bed-
you
the
jump
bed
when you
don't
jump
stay.
on that
Yeah,
ship,
that's staying.
when you jump on that
I mean,
ship,
it's
this
just
is
part
what you
of it.
gotta
It's
do.
part of it.
It
It's
was
just part of being in society and being able to follow the law.
It's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of
you
it,
can't
right?
have you
They have
with nothing.
insider trading in the SEC. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
exactly.
Yeah, it's-